Hello, here we are again from Inside AR, live from the fair, and with me is Keiichi.
Matsuda.
I have to operate the camera. Come a little bit closer so that the people see you on the. You're doing films about hyperreality. Can you shortly explain what you understand with hyperreality, what it is?
Yeah, Hyperreality is a new film series that I'm releasing from this winter into next year, which is a way of thinking about the future. It's a new vision of the future, which is in part using augmented reality to explain what it might be like. It's kind of a critical, propositional vision of what the future could be like, which serves to be a kind of counterpoint to those glossy techno-utopian videos that you see from the big tech companies online. I guess the aim is to make people think about the consequences of technology and decide for themselves if it's something that they want or not.
I saw a film, so you just showed it me, and I knew it. And it's a very cool film where everything in the house is overlaid by advertising. On every thing you have on your cupboard is advertising. That's an older film you told me.
Yeah. That's a film that I produced in late 2009 during my Masters of Architecture. So the new film series is kind of revisiting those ideas, trying to expand upon them and kind of making it a larger, wider, deeper, more interesting world from it. But I have a question for you. Why do you think it's cool?
Sorry?
Why do you think it's cool?
Augmented reality.
No, the film.
The film. Because it's so sophisticated. Yeah, it's not normal.
The question that I'm trying to raise is if that is the future that you want. I think some people share your sentiment that it is something that's really incredible about the amazing potential of those technologies. But I'm trying to also open up this dialogue to people outside of the augmented reality industry who might see it as an invasion on their personal space about something that they would be able to have an opinion about. So my hope is by making these films that will generate lots of conversations, we'll be able to create a dialogue between the AR industry and technology in general and the general public. See what the real people think about these things.
Yeah, I think I in my blog I said that in 15 years we will have the world as a display, and I think that's what you did in your video, and that's what it shows. And I saw another video which is very nice as well. It's an old one as well from a French band. Maybe you've seen this. They took Facebook and they were a girl and they say poke me, and it had poke me on the backside, and they poked her with the hand.
I don't go in for that type of misogyny because I respect women, but it was very impressive.
And I think that's the thing what we consider when we have to pay for augmented reality. Then it's another way if we don't pay for it. So if we are on the Facebook side of the world in augmented reality, so we get used to get some advertising over it. Is there any other artwork you do? What is the next series what you do?
So I run a design studio, a small design studio based out of London. As I mentioned, my background's in architecture. So our basic goal is to try and create new types of space, bringing in cutting edge technology and integrating into environments in a way that feels very naturalistic instead of having kind of a screen stuck on the wall. For me, that's not integration of technology. So part of the work is that side about trying to create like prototype environments for brands, various other people. And part of the work as well, which I'm talking about today, is about the speculative work, about the critical work, which gives me the space, the freedom to say what I really think about this world. And for me, I think a lot of the things that people are developing in this context, but also in many other contexts, will only serve to diminish our freedoms. It will serve to remove our civil rights and could potentially create a very horrible dystopian future where everyone is seen as commodity and advertising is everywhere.
Okay, it sounds really negative, but I think we have to have people to get the negative point out of technology as well. Do you think that's a kind of early holodeck what you described?
Well, the thing is that most people are sold technology. We're shown visions of the future by all the big tech brands, and all of those people have an incentive for us to want it. So we've got into a situation where the people who explain technology to us are also the ones that are trying to sell it to us as well. I think that's a very difficult situation. I think we need to have more like artists, designers, creative people in general, being able to really look at technology and interrogate it and judge it on its merits as human beings rather than as organizations, companies.
I think another point is if you live in augmented reality all day, maybe you can't decide between the real world and the augmented world.
Yeah, I think we already live in a situation like that now. I mean, it used to be that we would think of, okay, we've got the physical over here, we've got the digital over here. That's no longer the case. No one cares about that anymore. Facebook is still you. It's not like there's a digital persona, which is all lies. I mean, it is definitely a fabricated personality, but only in the same way that this is as well, you know? So I think that we've already crossed that line where we consider them as different things, and our way of explaining the world is just catching up to that now. But yeah, I think, you know, it's an ongoing trend that's going to keep going, and we need to think about what the consequences of that really are.
What is your vision of the future? What do you think? Where will we be in 15 years from now on? What is the world looking like?
Yeah, for me, I mean, it's something that I talk about a lot in my films, looking maybe less than 15, maybe 5 to 10 years in the future. But for me, it's not really about predicting what's going to happen. For me, it's about creating visions which can inspire conversation, can allow people to form opinions, and to form maybe like even if we can make a very positive vision that everybody loves and agrees on. I know it's a difficult challenge, but you know, if it was possible, I think it could be an amazing tool to be able to encourage developers, technology manufacturers to head in a direction which is going to help us, rather than just, you know, sell the next device.
So it's the aspect of art, putting people on both sides and tell them what could happen if they don't yeah, if they don't.
Well, it's not the job of art. I'm just talking to people as intelligent human beings who are able to make their own choices. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use this technology. I'm trying to present the technology in a reasonably balanced way, showing both positive and negative outcomes of it. So I think, you know, if people can watch those films, have conversations with their friends, with their family, and decide that really this isn't a technology they want, then fine. If they decide it is, then great, you know. But for me, I'm not placing myself in the position of choosing that for you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, man. Take care.